You can start now.
Okay. So let's just start today's session. I'm Anupama Thakur, a life coach. My niche is spiritual coaching for women. So before I start this session, I really want to thank Dr. Shabana Alisha for giving me this opportunity of coming here and talking to you all. Also, I welcome all the attendees for sparing their time, taking their time out and coming here today early morning and, giving your precious time to listen to what I have to say. And I feel blessed that I have this opportunity wherein I would be sharing what I know, and I would love to know what you guys think about today's topic. Yeah. So let's just start. And so today's topic is how to stop procrastinating. So let's just first understand what is procrastinating, what is procrastination, and how it affects all of us, and how can we actually come out of this habit, right? So procrastinating is basically when we delay things, when we intentionally, when we knowingly delay things which we know that we should be doing, which we know that are right for us, and but still intentionally, knowingly, we delay those things, right? We kind of हम टालते हैं चीजों को कल पे, राइट? कि अगर मुझे कुछ करना है, मुझे पता है कि वो चीज मुझे अभी करनी है, मतलब स्टार्ट करनी चाहिए करना, लेकिन somehow मैं वो चीज डिले कर देती हूँ या टाल देती हूँ कल पे, राइट? एंड वी ऑल वुड अग्री दैट ये हम सब करते हैं, राइट? चाहे वो कोई छोटी बात, कोई छोटी चीज हो, हमें कुछ हमारे कुछ बड़े एम्स या गोल्स हो लाइफ में, कभी भी जब स्टार्ट करने की बात आती है, वी ऑल फेस दिस सिचुएशन वेयर इन वी काइंड ऑफ प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट, वेयर जहां हम चीजों को टाल रहे होते हैं, राइट? आई वेलकम ऑल न्यू ज्वाइनीज हु हैव जस्ट जॉइंड. So we are just talking about that, what is procrastinating. So any present students over here जो अभी पढ़ रहे हो? Okay, कोई present नहीं भी है तो still we all have been students at some point of our life, in school, in college. So an ideal example of procrastinating can be that when we had our exams, right? When we were studying and we had our exams, and then there were times when we had 1 week long holidays or 10 days long holidays, but and we knew that पहले दिन से पढ़ेंगे, we would fetch amazing marks, right? But we never did that, right? Everyone would agree, कभी नहीं किया हमने वो कि हम पहले दिन से पढ़ने लगे हों. पहले 2 दिन 3 दिन तो अगर पहले कुछ एग्जाम हुआ है तो वी वुड काइंड ऑफ इंजॉय, वी वुड गिव आवरसेल्फ दैट लिबर्टी कि अभी तो एक एग्जाम हुआ है, let me just relax, let me just enjoy, let me just hang out with my friends, or let me just watch some movies or things like that. मुझे तो अभी तो रिलैक्स करते हैं, राइट? फिर थोड़े दिन बीतेंगे, 4-5 दिन बीतेंगे, उसी मोड में, थोड़ा सा कहीं ना एट द बैक ऑफ आवर माइंड होगा कि अभी पढ़ना चाहिए, बट हम नहीं पढ़ेंगे, right? And when there is exam on 7th day, then finally 5th 6th day पे हम पढ़ने लगेंगे और दिन रात एक करके पढ़ेंगे, and finally would give our exam, right? We all have been through these situations. So it's an ideal example of procrastinating, where we have a deadline, we know we have these much of days, but we don't do that, right? We don't just start from the very first day itself. So I would like to really mention that why is it happening? right? So first of all, let's just understand that like any other habit, first just understand that procrastinating is also an habit. प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन इज ऑल्सो अ हैबिट. ये हमारी आदत है जहां पे ऐसा नहीं है कि हम कोई बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट काम ही प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट करते हैं. छोटे मोटे काम भी होते हैं, उनको भी हम टालने पे आ जाते हैं. वी टेंड टू डू दैट. सो लाइक एनी अदर हैबिट, प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन ऑल्सो हैज अ ट्रिगर, राइट? एक ऐसा, व्हेन आई से ट्रिगर, तो ट्रिगर इज समथिंग कि कुछ तो इवेंट हुआ आपके साथ और आप उस हैबिट में चले गए, प्रोक्रेस्टिनेटिंग की हैबिट में चले गए. नाउ दैट इवेंट, like I gave the example of your exams, so that event in that case is actually, knowing that I have that exam, right? Now that event is always in case of procrastination, that trigger is always stress. First, let's just understand that हम किसी चीज को टाल रहे हैं because पहला जो ट्रिगर हुआ, क्योंकि हमने उस काम के साथ स्ट्रेस एसोसिएट किया हुआ है, राइट? लाइक आई सेड, इन केस ऑफ आवर एग्जाम, पढ़ाई के साथ हमने स्ट्रेस एसोसिएट किया हुआ है. एंड our brain, let's get into a little science over here, that our brain never likes stress. हमें स्ट्रेस पसंद ही नहीं है. हमारे ब्रेन को पसंद ही नहीं है कि तुम क्या मुझे ये स्ट्रेसफुल काम करने को बोल रहे हो, राइट? इट्स समथिंग लाइक दैट. आवर ब्रेन स्टार्ट सेंडिंग सम मैसेजेस लाइक दैट. क्या ये स्ट्रेसफुल काम करने को बोल रहे हो? आई डोंट लाइक डूइंग इट. I just want to have fun, right? I just want to have instant gratification. I just want to have instant happiness. I don't like stress. Okay. And for that instant gratification, for that instant happiness, our brain looks for ways out. ठीक है. So the first way is avoiding the work. Obviously, जिसके साथ मुझे स्ट्रेस एसोसिएट मैंने किया है, मेरे ब्रेन ने किया है, मैं वो काम नहीं करूंगा. पहला स्टेप तो वही हो गया. Now that then I look for instant gratification. मुझे इंस्टेंटली खुशी किससे मिल रही है? मुझे खुशी मिल रही है टीवी देखने से, मूवी देखने से. एंड these days the biggest source of your instant gratification is this, right? A device in our hands, our mobile phones. Why is it that we are spending so much time on our phone? हम अपना फोन हाथ में लेते हैं, right, to make some call or maybe to find out something, maybe to search something related to our work, related to our growth, related to something we are really positive about, like. But once the phone comes in our hands, we see some notification, we see some WhatsApp from some friend or someone in our group, and we just go there, we start chatting, we go to Facebook, just see कि क्या है. तब पता नहीं है कि हमने क्यों खोला है, but just to see. Why? Because our brain is looking for that instant happiness. आप फेसबुक पे गए, आपने देखा एक दो फ्रेंड्स के कुछ तो नोटिफिकेशंस थे, किसी ने कुछ फोटोज डाल रखी थी, किसी ने कुछ पोस्ट डाल रखी थी, and after 10-15 minutes are gone, you realize कि मैंने फोन क्यों लिया था, right? I was to make that important call, and you start thinking कि मुझे किसको कॉल करना था, मुझे क्या करना था, so that happens with all of us in present times. Why? Because, so I'm telling you the science behind it. Why? Because our brain likes that instant happiness, right? आप Facebook पे गए, कुछ तो वीडियो देखने लगे, कुछ तो आपके ब्रेन ने उससे मेमोरीज रिकॉल करी, कुछ तो हुआ जिससे आपके ब्रेन को अच्छा लग रहा है. वो हुआ क्या? वो आपके ब्रेन ने डोपामाइन रिलीज किया, दैट हैप्पीनेस हार्मोन, इंस्टेंट हैप्पीनेस हार्मोन. मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है, अच्छा लग रहा है. बट द कॉस्ट ऑफ दैट इज दैट योर इम्पॉर्टेंट वर्क इज लेफ्ट, राइट? जिस काम के लिए आपने फोन लिया था या जो जरूरी काम था उस मोमेंट पे, वो काम तो रह ही गया, right? So here is this whole science that we are talking about, that why are we procrastinating. So जब हमने ट्रिगर समझ लिया कि ट्रिगर इज स्ट्रेस, ट्रिगर प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन क्या है, स्ट्रेस, और स्ट्रेस को दूर करने के लिए हम चाह रहे हैं इंस्टेंट ग्रेटिफिकेशन, and then we go into a pattern. So the pattern here we understood is that pattern is clearly avoiding the work. In this case, avoiding the work. जो भी हमारा काम हमें करना था, पढ़ाई थी, जो भी था, उसको हम avoid कर रहे हैं, and we are into that pattern, right? And then comes the reward. The instant reward is always that stress relief. हमें वो काम नहीं करके हमें स्ट्रेस का सामना नहीं करना पड़ रहा है, right? So that's how this whole cycle of procrastinating begins. First we face the trigger, then we go into that pattern, and then we get the reward that we are stress free and we are getting that instant gratification. Herein I gave an example of studying, right? जहां पे हमारे पास डेडलाइंस हैं कि ये काम हमें 7 दिन में करना है, 7वें दिन हमारा एग्जाम है, एंड देन वी हैव द रिजल्ट्स. सो वी हैव दैट थॉट इन आवर माइंड कि अगर हम नहीं पढ़े और एग्जाम में अच्छा नहीं किया, the results will be very clear and we will be facing the our marks and maybe some bigger results out of that. But procrastinating is not always about these situations. Sometimes it's the situations are such that we have no deadlines, okay, in our day-to-day life. Like suppose as I said, the work is always something that we know we should be doing, and it's for our good only. So sometimes, for example, it's like, suppose I know I have to start exercising. My sugar levels are high, my BP is high, my this is high, my that is high, and I should be exercising. I clearly know that in my head, but I'm not doing it. I'm procrastinating. Right? So herein we don't have any deadline. Okay, हमारे पास कोई डेडलाइन नहीं है कि ये काम अगर हमने अब तक नहीं किया तो क्या होगा, राइट? सो इस तरह की प्रोक्रेस्टिनेटिंग के जो रिजल्ट्स हैं ना, दे आर आई वुड से मोर सटल बट highly damaging, I would say. Right? Because in this case, when you are not having any deadline, you are just going to procrastinate. आप टालते जा रहे हैं, and you never know when this is going to end, right? So the result is a lifelong guilt, is a lifelong fear, a lifelong anxiety, a kind of shame that I know that this is right for me, but still I am not doing it. ठीक है, right? So इस तरह के बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स हो सकते हैं हमारी लाइफ में जहां पे हम चीजों को टालते हैं कि ये मैं कल करूंगा या कल से स्टार्ट करूंगा या पता नहीं कब करूंगा, इवन आई डोंट नो. Okay, so at this point, would anyone like to share anything about their experiences कि हाँ मैं भी ये टालता हूँ या टालती हूँ, and I really want to change this behavioral pattern of mine? Would anyone like to share? I would love to see your lovely faces, hear your lovely voices. Anyone? We are a lot of people here. Shivani, Sudha, Philomena, Kailash, Umang, Aristabas, Ji. There's so many of us. Anyone? I have some noise. Would anyone like to share something?
Hello.
Yeah.
In my case, the postponement is always for looking for something betterment in terms of process, in terms of results. So maybe that's why it gets postponed. I mean, so my problem is that I'm not able to close early. So keep on exploring.
Close early like what?
In the sense, I know that if I'm looking for some problem, answer to some problem, so it takes time to come to, the real creative answer comes after some time.
Right.
So that's why it gets postponed, not postponed. It certainly, get delayed. So will it be a procrastination, or will it be really because of the nature of exploring?
Yeah, I won't say ideally it's procrastinating, because you are kind of trying to explore more solutions to your problem.
Like
Maybe.
if I have to make some presentation, or say, let's say,
Mhm.
uh, then I look for more and more ideas. Although I have started the work,
Correct.
so I started it, but finishing sometimes becomes a problem because I keep on exploring a lot.
Right. That's what I was trying to point out, and thank you for sharing that,
And
Doctor.
I know that because of this, sometimes it is the quality comes better.
Yes. So again, I would like to say that it's less of procrastination, because you have already started your work. You have already starting working on your presentation. So and it's more of finding that perfect thing for your work, right? You are probably you're looking for that perfection in your PPT, in your work, so that the results are even better, right? So I would say it's less of procrastination and more of finding that perfectionism, as we call it. So yeah, but again, thanks a lot for sharing. Thank you. So if I have to share, I just procrastinate clearing my cupboard. When I was thinking that what do I procrastinate clearing my cupboard. I really don't like that feel, that look, but I kind of really procrastinate. अच्छा यार कल कर लूंगी, कल परसों कर लूंगी. So it's like that. We all do that, right? We all do that small big things जिनको हम टालते रहते हैं, and eventually we don't get anything out of it other than that guilt and that feeling that I should have done that, I should be doing that. So let's just discuss now that what is it that we can actually do to come out of this loop of procrastination and get things going, get things done. Okay, so as we talk, we came to know that the trigger for procrastination is stress. So the first step would be acknowledge the stress. Okay, if something that you're procrastinating on is giving you stress, your first step would be acknowledging that stress. That okay, in case of like I told, in case of that exam, okay, my exam is giving me stress. Okay, fine. I know that it's giving me stress. Let me just deal with it, right? Let me just deal with it. So there can be many ways of dealing with that stress. This whole program is filled with your ideas and techniques and tools wherein you know how to deal with stress. So first step is acknowledging, then dealing with it. Like you just take some deep breaths, you go into isolation, you go into that your own personal space, say like for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. We will actually try to figure out, right, if I'm having stress, why am I having stress? Is this work not important for me, right? Is this work not worth doing? Is this work not worth my time? Is this work not going to yield me any results? So you can come up with any thoughts at that moment, But the whole idea here is that first you acknowledge it, and then you kind of step back and do a kind of analysis over that, or over that work of yours, wherein you go into isolation and you kind of relax, you kind of give yourself that time and space wherein you are alone with yourself, and you are kind of having a self talk, right? And then it would be like, when you are done with that, you have that whole clarity in your mind that how this work is important, or how this work would yield you good results. It could yield you good marks if you start now. It could yield you good health if you start following that diet or following that exercise routine. You have, once you are done that, you have more clarity now, right? For earlier, the brain that was looking for instant pleasures, right, by avoiding that work, going to the phone or finding some other ways of of avoiding the work. Now your brain have that clarity. You might want to write it down, that work, that about details of that work, to minute details. अगर मैं ऐसा करूंगी तो क्या होगा, right? अगर मैं ऐसा करूंगी तो what are the actual tangible results that I'm going to see? Okay. And then the final step that I would suggest is that, and it's game changing, right? It's like, do that work for 5 minutes, only 5 minutes. Okay. So if it is study for 5 minutes, close the books. Okay. If it's like I gave my example, clearing my cupboard, I would start just with 5 minutes. I know for 5 minutes I have to fold my clothes or do this or do that, only for 5 minutes. I won't do that after that. I would stop after that. If it is about exercising, मुझे सिर्फ 5 मिनट एक्सरसाइज करना है, मुझे जस्ट 5 मिनट कोई तो आसन करना है, कोई तो वॉक करना है, only for 5 minutes. Trust me people, it's game changing. It's like, जब आप 5 मिनट के लिए वो काम कर लेंगे ना, 90-95% chances हैं that you won't stop. When you get that feel that actually I am doing this, what is right for me, another kind of hormones will be released, which are of reward, which are of pride, that yes, I am doing what is right for me. Okay. So this is the trick, right? Do that work for 5 minutes, and you'll see that you don't procrastinate anymore, you don't delay anymore, और आप वो चीजें टाल नहीं रहे हैं. Okay, so it's a kind of homework for all of you. So if in case you are procrastinating on anything, just try this. Okay, first acknowledge the stress. Second, go into some isolation, do some self-analysis, and finally do that work just for 5 minutes. Have that time frame fixed for yourself that I won't do it for more than 5 minutes. Okay, so anything anyone likes to share at this moment? We have some new joinees like Jitin, Shunyam, Nena. Anything you guys want to say or ask, anything, or else we'll start with the meditation. Okay, let's just start with the meditation. It's already 8:28. So let's just start. Dr. Shabana, just let me know about the volume of the music, okay?
Yeah.
Is anyone trying to say something else? Okay, just let me know about the volume, Dr. Shabana.
Yeah. So volume, we can't hear the.
You can't hear?
Yeah, now we can.
You can? What about my voice? Is it also audible, or the music is kind of overpowering my voice? Dr. Shivana, my voice is clear. I'm audible.
Yeah.
Yes, it is clear.
Okay, okay.
Slightly lower down the music.
Sorry,
Music का volume थोड़ा सा low कर दो.
कम कर दूं? Is it fine now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's just start with a very small meditation, and yeah, I would like to invite everybody to close your eyes, be seated in a very comfortable position. Wherever you are, just be very comfortable and be seated if possible. Lovingly close your eyes and start focusing on your breath. I would like you to take deep, long breaths. Breath that fills your stomach, that expands your rib cage, that fills your lungs to the top. It fills your lungs completely. When you think you cannot take any more air in, just breathe out. Take another deep, long breath in. Let your rib cage, your lungs expand to their fullest. When you reach top of your breath, just breathe out. Keep doing this. Keep taking long, deep breaths. Just take your shoulders a little back and bring forward your chest. But be comfortable. Do not overstretch yourself. Be very comfortable. Take your focus to the middle of your chest, wherein I invite you to imagine a sphere of light, a sphere of golden light. And as you inhale, the sphere of golden light keeps expanding. With every deep, every long deep breath you are taking, that sphere of light is expanding, is expanding, is expanding. And it expands to a state wherein it becomes an envelope to you. Now, that sphere of light is all around you, and you feel you're inside that sphere of light. And now, as you inhale, that sphere of light starts glowing even more. And you feel your whole being is a part of that light. As you inhale that light. And as you exhale that light, and that sphere of light keeps radiating that light outwards. Feel that connection to that light. As you feel this connection, I just want you to listen the messages I'm telling you. Just listen. I want to tell you, I want to tell you that you are no less than a magic. You are a creator. You create what you want. And guess what? You always know what is right for you. Because that supreme being which has created you is no different than you. He's sitting right inside you. He's right there with you. That is why you have this wisdom to know what is right for you. You already know that. And you already know how to take steps to fulfill that. When you see an opportunity, you know from your inner being how to make full use of that and grow. When I say grow, it does not mean that you are incomplete. You are complete. You are whole. You are perfect. But as you see that sphere of light growing, expanding in light, the same goes to you. You always want to grow. You always want to expand. But always remember that you are whole. You are already complete. So, why not enjoy this? Why not enjoy the life, the time that you have right now? Being this lovely, being this whole, it definitely calls for a celebration. So, just enjoy your present moment. Just enjoy the life that you're blessed with. And as you do that, as you enjoy your life, you inspire others. Others look up to you that, okay, this is how life is to be lived. It is to be enjoyed. It is to be celebrated. So now you are doing both things together. You are enjoying your present time and you are growing. You are growing because you are seizing all the opportunities. You see life itself as an opportunity to enjoy and grow. Grow in every way possible. Because that is how it is meant to be. That is how life is meant to be. I want you to be thankful for this beautiful day, for this beautiful life. And with that feeling of gratitude, with that feeling of being blessed, you can open your eyes and open your eyes with a beautiful smile. How was the experience, people? Okay, nice. So, with that meditation, I think we are done for today's session. And before we leave, I want to share something with you people. Share screen. Thank you, Sudha. Thank you. Thank you so much for your blessings. I feel privileged. Thank you. Can you guys see my screen, Dr. Shabana?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for telling. So what do you guys see? Do you see these small boxes over here? Right?
Yes.
Okay. So these small boxes are nothing but weeks of your life. Okay. This whole picture represents the weeks in 90 years long life. Right? So on the left side here, I don't know what looks left to you. So on the left side, it's age in years, and like this horizontally is the weeks. So these small weeks are the number of weeks. So you can just see, as per your age, how many weeks have already gone. And I assume, I wish and pray that everyone present over here lives up to 90 years. But even if we live up to 90 years, these are the limited number of boxes we have. Okay, these are the limited number of weeks that we have. So next time, whenever you are trying to procrastinate, जब भी आप कुछ टालने का सोचें, I just want you to remember of this pic, that how many boxes are already gone and how many boxes you have, and accordingly take your own decision. Okay. So I think we are done for that. Anyone wants to say something? Otherwise, we'll just wrap up. Okay. Fine. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Shabana. Thank you, Mr. Adistabas. Thanks for your message, and see you again.